It's time for another training recap. Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we will talk about a new training cycle that I just finished, and I will give you my thoughts on how it went, what went well, what could be better. If you like these kind of videos, like and subscribe. That would be really cool, helpful, and it's always fun to have some feedback, just to know if what I'm doing here is something that you enjoy. So let's jump right in. As always, I will overlay the videos, you can see what I'm doing, and I will comment a bit. So first, it's still Bendler's 531, boring but big. So it's still overhead press, bench press, squat and deadlift. This is a 60 kilo overhead press. I will only share here the M-rep sets and the first, let's say, volume exercises. And the last 4 weeks were actually quite difficult. I'm still in the middle of my cut at this point, and this leads to me not really being that strong. I can now really feel how strength is starting to decrease, and I have to push hard mentally to be physically on a high level. I still made solid progress. The accessory work usually went well. What I started doing in my M-rep sets is to really be a bit more conservative and usually stop at after the 6th rep, even though it's not a real M-rep then, because I could have done often 2, 3, 4 reps more easily. I knew whenever I was doing this, I knew this from the last cycle, it just cost me a lot of energy, a lot of strength. It took me quite a while to recover doing the workout for the next thing to come, but also over the week it got quite difficult. So 6 looked like a good cut for me in order to push myself hard, but not to overdo it doing this caloric deficit. All that said, I'm still quite happy the way everything turned out. Over the cut in itself was 12 weeks long now. So the first 2 cycles, the first 8 weeks, I kept gaining strength, hitting PRs, actual PRs, rep PRs. So here kind of managing my strength is a big win, and also quite a testimony to the simplicity of this program. One of the harder things to really do is everything pressing at the moment. It costs me quite some energy. The weakest link in the chain is the triceps, and it's difficult to recover from it. But also the safety squat bar squats are really, really hard and drain me out of a lot of energy. Even though they have been helpful, I have been progressing well there. My lower back is getting stronger. I can be more upright when I squat. Like here, I'm not falling down with my chest. I can remain upwards, and this is something my competition PR was 145 kilos, so here I am with 140 going for reps, and this looks a lot better than my competition PR, which is still amazing to me that this happened over 2 years without, I was focusing on strength, yes, but when you're actually in it, you don't realize how you're getting stronger over the months. Just by looking backwards, you can see this. The conventional deadlifts, 5 sets of 10, I became somewhat solid doing them. They still feel wrong and awkward, and I just don't like them at all. It's not my exercise. I mean, if it's for a snatch or a clean and jerk, that's fine, but not really enjoying the exercise in itself. Later on, when I decided to once a week hit the gym, so I'm trying during the end of this blog and for the upcoming blogs, I will add a training day, basically a volume day in the gym, just to have some fun, to mix things up, to help me progress. And therefore I think it was in the second week of the blog, I ditched the conventional deadlift for volume and switched it out for the Candito deadlift. It just works a lot better for my sumo deadlift, and it just feels, even though it's an awkward lift, it feels a lot better, and it just has a lot of carryover to my actual competition lift. So that's something I'm focusing on from now on, and getting stronger along the way. This is we are in the last heavy set for the week of 3. That moved well. Here you have the Candito deadlift. It looks really awkward. It's kind of like a weird snatch grip deadlift. You are a little wider with your feet, but narrower than you would be with a sumo deadlift. You grip from the outside, and it's really works your upper back, works your legs, works your glutes, and helps me to work on weaknesses that I have in my competition lift. And everything that the conventional deadlift helped me doing, I will now add in the gym. So 70 kilos, this is a PR, and I still managed to do 3 reps. I guess there could be a 4th one with more energy in my system. So 165 kilo deadlift. I stopped at 6 reps. The heaviest pull I ever did was more or less a year ago. That was 170 kilo for 4 reps. So I'm quite sure that I'm stronger now. Definitely more proficient at it. 95 kilos, that is still the heaviest that I ever pushed, and it actually went quite well, quite smooth. I wanted to add another rep, but I really got in my head. You could see me think a bit there, and I re-racked the weight. Last heavy set, 155 kilos. That's more than my competition PR. Last time I did 145 kilos, I barely managed 4 reps and wasn't on a cut, so I had more energy. This is a big improvement in terms of strength. So now in terms of how does this translate to the future? The 3 reps, 70 kilo M-rep should bring me to an estimated 1RM of more or less 74 kilos, meaning that probably the 75 kilos, if I have some energy in terms of my added calories, that should be happening, should be a possibility. Hard to tell, as it's definitely going to be a new PR for me, but that sounds good. The deadlift 6 reps with 165 kilos gives me an estimated 1RM of more than 190 kilos, so closing into 200, which is the goal for the end of the year. We'll see, but it looks promising. The bench press 3 reps The 95 kilos gives me an estimated 1RM of 100 kilo. So soon I'm going to hit through this barrier, which I've been working a long time to get there. And the squat, 155 kilos for 6 reps, gives me an 1RM estimated to 180 kilos. That is a lot more than I ever squatted. I'm still far away from the 200 kilos, but I'm actively working on my weak spots. It's not unusual that your deadlift is a bit stronger than your squat. It's fine. I still want to squat 200 kilos, ideally by the end of the year. That is the goal. That's that has been the goal for last year, which I had to kind of postpone. So that's still the goal for this year. 8 weeks to go. Let's see how having gained all this strength the last 12 weeks and becoming way more proficient will translate to becoming a lot stronger once I add calories. So I'm recording this on the day I'm publishing it, on a Sunday, and as of tomorrow I will slowly increase my calories and see what happens there. I will go up to maintenance and stay there for a while, for several weeks. So yeah, that should be fun. In terms of what will I change, as I said, I figured out that my triceps is actually a weak spot for my overhead pressing and bench pressing, so I will add banded bench pressing to my training schedule, but also work on floor presses. I will add floor presses just to work on this part of the lift to make the triceps stronger, to make the lockout strength increase. I hope this will work as planned. I will work on more on my upper back, adding again kelso shrugs. Haven't done this in a while, as I said. Now adding a 5th training day, which will be mainly volume. So this will be an there will be a full body training day, just doing hypertrophy work. So mainly isolation work on machines or cables, doing chest presses, raises, working on my hamstrings, leg curl machine, lying and seating. They also have a bell squat machine, so I might add this. The hex squat machine might be something else. So really have to play around a bit and see what makes sense, what can be helpful, and what can I recover from, which is also important. But yeah, as I said, the diet is over, so more calories will make recovery a lot easier. I also managed to get rid of a couple of things in my life that have been very stressful, so getting rid of the stress makes recovery easier. Another thing that makes hopefully the next couple of training cycles even better. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked this overview of the last 4 weeks in detail, but also recapping a bit the last 12 weeks in terms of training. I really like how everything is going slowly upwards. I'm getting stronger. I'm looking a bit different in the mirror, so that's cool too. And share your thoughts in the comments. That would be nice. Give me a thumbs up. And yeah, until then, see you next time and have fun. Bye.